After a TV was up, which I typed and documented, it had then gone to a point of max volume blasting. And it has stayed at that volume for a while, 10 minutes. The Navy SEALs know all that. I do too, but I don't have to do this anymore. Those type of details. So I go in after about 10 minutes and I start to prepare something to eat. At that point, a terrorist comes into the room over my head from one of the cubbyhole doors and starts moving around, all fucking jihad angry, ready to kill. That's what they do here, and they're paid to do it. And I am the target. At that point, I don't hear a lot. I just hear a lot of movement. Terrorists wearing shoes, running around, more than one. This goes for a couple minutes, okay? Then a helicopter comes, the Navy SEALs come, really close over the house. I come into the room at that point, because I'm like, you know what, I'm going to take a breather from this. This is getting pretty serious. I come into this room, my main room. The helicopters are loud. They're flying really low over the roof. I'm going to comfort my cat. I'm going to take a minute and try to figure out what I'm doing here. And my green light was just stay in the room for about 1 minute. You're okay. Then I go back in there, finish cooking, keep on cooking my food. And at that point, it gets hairy again. The TV's going up, 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 blasting loud. It turns off. There's no more TV. Everything's silent. And then another helicopter comes. This one flies even lower and even at a slower mile per hour, is basically coming to land on the roof now. That's what one considers. Is this the day? All right. And it kind of stays over the roofs and flies across the terrace cell. I come back in here again, okay? My green light, stay here for 1 minute and go back in. TV is off at that point in the extra room. I'm being really quiet in there. No one can hear me unless I start making noise, okay? I'm just in there. At that point, I distinguishedly know, beyond doubt, I don't need to be told I'm imagining it, a terrorist creeping up the stairs from floor 1. They're going fast, they're barefoot, and they're exceptionally silent, but you hear them without a doubt. You hear them going flying, their little bare feet past my door, and you hardly hear them go up the 3rd floor. This terrorist is extremely good at being a master at being quiet. This one, I strongly do not believe lives here, because I know the other two. When that terrorist got to the floor 3, it bashed a door. I heard that. Everyone did. And at that point, it was the cue for the second terrorist to come up, which also crept, but this was the female terrorist, I can tell. The ISIS Israeli crime figure. She comes up on cue from the other one, barefoot, trying to be stealth quiet, as fast as the other one, racing up the stairs. Then she goes loudly into the closet where they deal with all the dead bodies and bombs. Is a closet for those things. And at that point, I leave that room again. I come in here, and my green light is to secure Miggy into his space. Don't let him go in that room. I can go in that room, wait a minute to report this. the good military is about to enter into the terrorist cell. They're dealing with these terrorists. They know they're here. I mean, yeah. I agree because it just flew over the house. Before the helicopters, while the terrorists were jumping and getting ready to attack upstairs in floor 3, the beginning of this, there was a group of white men in the backyards all over again, how they do this, talking 5 times too loud than normal, ever normal, on and on for at least, God, 6-7 minutes. Ha 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 ha. These are the ones that believe their white militias are taking over our country. So they were out there doing something they thought was tactical, while the ones were in here doing something at the same time. We know all this. I certainly do. Then the helicopters come, and those ones scatter away in the back, and then everything else is what I reported. Bye.